Survival garden, the best way to prepare. Hey everybody, this is Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. We're going to talk about exactly that today. A lot of preppers concentrate on food storage, stockpiling food, which is good. But what is the best thing you can do to ensure long-term survivability? Growing your own food, raising your own animals, right? Producing your own calories is the best way to do it. So, I'm going to show you around a little bit today, what we're doing here, what we have been doing, what we've been up to, what we're growing, different things like that. So stay tuned. Let's talk about why you should be doing this. Why should you be growing your own food? Why should you be raising your own animals? Have you seen the prices at the grocery store? Have you seen the shortages? Do you know what's going on with farms unable to plant? You know what's going on overseas? You heard about fertilizer shortages, hay shortages, etc., 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 etc. I'll tell you what, there's a lot going on right now. We are headed for some very tough times. If you have the ability to grow your own food, well, at least you got that part covered, as well as your food storage that we talk about as preppers. Very important part of it. If you want to eat, you may want to think about growing your own food, raising your own animals. That's where I'm going with this. Before I forget, please subscribe, hit the like button, that little thumbs up thing down there. Yeah, that's the like button. Share the videos, comment below. Let me know what you guys are doing and communicate with each other. Like I always say, good communication within each other. Remember also, one thing I haven't said in a while, prepping is living insurance. And growing your own food, producing your own calories, is the best kind of living insurance, because that ensures that you will continue year after year to be able to live if you enter into some kind of long-term event. If it's not, so what? You got yummy, fresh fruits and vegetables that are really good for you. So that's important. Let's start off this showing you around the garden section of the video with the newest area that I reclaimed and planted. Right next to that area, the round area that is squashes. And right next to was our newest raised bed with tomatoes. Now that's our newest raised bed right there. But the second newest raised bed with tomatoes planted in it. So this area here was just grass and weeds and blackberries and stuff. So I got all those up yesterday and planted pumpkins in there. They are seeds we save from store-bought pumpkins, and they're about 2 years old. So what I did is I way overplanted it, knowing that if they all grow, I will have way too many. So what I'll do is I'll just transplant them other areas. I'll find places to put them. I don't care. The point is, grow lots of food. So we got pumpkins in there now. That's our newest area. And then soon to be new area also is over here where you see these logs. I don't have enough logs to finish raised beds. What I'm thinking I might do is just do kind of a modified, I might go down and cut some of the dead trees on my property and continue that log raised bed all the way along to about where you see the end of the wood chips. So I may add that as an entire new raised bed. So to be, what, another 1, 2, 3 times as long as that one is, which will be really good. That may be it, or what I may do is just put these, make a base, like a outline using logs like this, and then maybe just put a little bit of dirt in there, make like little mini raised beds, and put like herbs, medicinal and edible flowers, or stuff like that. I don't know. It's all progress. But since I was mentioning the newest raised bed, here on the very end, we don't, here in the Pacific Northwest, I haven't had luck with, neither is my neighbor. My neighbor gave up on doing watermelons. I am going to try watermelons. So what I did here is just here on the very, very end, I just planted a row of watermelons. So they can grow up and over the bed, and they'll have plenty of room to grow if they choose to do so. The rest of the raised bed is unplanted right now. That's one of the things we got to do today, is plant this raised bed. I encourage you guys to grow everywhere. I can't remember if I showed this yet on film or not, but another update is, you saw those containers of potatoes back over there. There was that row in the back. Well, we added that one, which is, that one was just moved. This one back here was just moved from back over there to make more room for Berryville, our name for our berry area that's over here. So we added this big tote here, planted potatoes in it. This tote here, planted potatoes in it. Got some with starts from our neighbors. So there's already some good starts in there. And this one wasn't really, nothing was coming up yet. Oh, it's starting to come up now, right in there. But I did plant some more potatoes in there, and these weren't coming up, so I just threw some more potatoes in there. I don't know, maybe they rotted, maybe they were just waiting to come up. I don't know, whatever. If they come up, they come up. So other things we added are another container here with potato starts we got from our neighbors. And over here, another container, as you see. That potato start doesn't look like it's doing too well. So I'll probably throw another potato in the ground. I got some over there already healed, ready to go on the ground. Another potato planter, another potato container, because hey, I want to grow lots of food this year. And as you saw, you might have seen as I walked by, I drew some artichokes, aka sunchokes, are doing really well coming up here. Bunch of carrots, you can see all the greens, and then beets on that end. Also beets and turnips you see doing really well on this raised bed. Coming over here to show you some other new stuff, but this is spinach coming up and kale that's doing really well. There's another container I filled up, and that has potatoes in it also. And just to show you some new green stuff, these are all the peas we got growing up here. There we have 62 peas coming up, so yeah, that'll be really good. And then in the area here in between, I don't know if you can see, we planted beets. You can see some green stuff coming up there. And then this row here, little greens in the middle, that's kohlrabi. And then parsnips on the end and carrots on the other end. So that's what we're doing there. Another raised bed of potatoes. You guys have already seen that. I've already shown that. This raised bed is also potatoes, planted a lot more recently than the other one, obviously. So they're not coming up yet. Some other changes, some other new stuff are these two containers here. That has jalapenos in it on the left and Brussels sprouts on the right. And this is a really nice, good sunny location. So I'm really hoping the jalapenos do well. Peppers are another difficult thing to grow here. So I'm hopeful. And then over here we got some Sweet William flowers. And next to it, the area that did have this little mini raised bed here that had the raspberries and moved over to our Berryville has 4 new strawberries in it. So that is also fairly new. I think, no, that's not it for the new stuff. Let me see, there's another new thing over here. I forgot what I planted in it, but another planter here that has, oh yeah, contender beans, so bush beans. And yes, the strawberries are doing amazing. The 6 strawberry bushes there are doing amazing. These raised beds of the beans haven't started coming up yet, but you can see the volunteer potatoes are coming up, and beets are coming up. So this is just showing you guys, to encourage you guys to grow. Okay, green or herbs. We got mustard greens coming up. We got chamomile coming up. We got a little bit of thyme here and there. Some sage in there I see coming up. I see there's some tarragon coming up. And then parsley, cilantro, basil, and arugula. The arugula is the one you see that's just coming up like crazy. Then over here we got chives, oregano, purple basil, basil, because I love basil. I love pesto. And then in here, in that little round thing, are some peppers also, because that's a good sunny location. And then I also got some peppers in this one also. Yeah, sweet peppers right there. We got some lily put flowers in there. And the These little things here, we got marigolds there and calendulas there, and then the other ones are just some wildflower mixes because lots of flowers are edible. You can see the blueberries. Oh man, this is one thing I highly suggest you guys do because they're sustainable. They grow back year after year and you don't have to worry about planting them and stuff like that. So this is our oldest bush here, and then these are our new ones. And they're doing really well. They seem to be loving it. You can see the coffee grounds down there, putting down coffee grounds. Ask your local coffee shop for coffee grounds. We got a bunch for free. They just gave us, I think it was like 60 pounds of coffee grounds that we went around. Blueberries love coffee grounds and lots of water. So yeah, we're hopeful, and these are going to do really well. We got these 4 here. Then we're going to have, let's see, 1, 2, 4, so 6 more blueberry bushes over in Berryville. Don't forget, it's not just about immediate gratification also. Delayed gratification is good sometimes. So things you may need to start planting now that won't be ready for years. Like you see the asparagus here. See the asparagus growing down the center of this bed? This won't be ready for years to harvest. But get it in the ground now, because it's never too late to start. And if you need to, like I have, to not waste the bed space, plant other stuff around it. That's what I did. It shouldn't interfere with it. It should be fine. It should be good to go, because this will grow up above everything anyway, and it'll still get all the sun it needs. Volunteer potatoes. Pfft, I got them coming out my ears all over the place. So, yeah. Think long term. And like I just mentioned also, growing your own berries, fruit trees, stuff like that you see right there, that is a plum tree that probably won't fruit this year. We got it from our neighbor last year, yeah, we've had it for about a year. And it'll probably still take at least probably another year to harvest or to produce fruit. Our fig trees that we got in over there are going to take years. But if you don't start now, you'll never get there. So think about that. I guess I'll give an update on how the huckleberries are doing that I dug out of the woods. This one appears to be doing fairly well. And these, man, I'll tell you what, we harvest a lot of these around where we are. I think it's an invasive species. But anyway, yeah, this huckleberry seems to be doing well. This one, not so much. I don't know. This one may make it, but it's not looking too good. But the good thing is they're free. I just dug them up out of the woods. So if they die, I'll just go dig up another one and plant it. This one looks like it may be making it. So I'm hopeful for that one. This one over here, I think it looks pretty decent because there's the base. I put some coffee grounds on it also. Here's the leaves. I think it's, yeah, I think it's going to do well. This one, not so sure about. This is another one of the larger ones that we got up here. I know it's kind of hard to see with all the blackberries in the background, but here's the leaves of it. It may not survive. Not really sure. But like I said, if it doesn't, it doesn't. Whatever. Okay, over here, let's check out the other ones. This one appears to be doing very well. See the nice green leaves on it? So that's an indication of, and the new growth, it looks like maybe a little bit. So that looks pretty healthy. This one doesn't look too bad. So I think this one will survive also. Let's go over here and check out some of the other ones. Okay, over here, these ones don't look too good. I'll be honest. See how they're not looking too good. These 3 here don't look too bad. They may make it. I'm not sure. And the final 2 over here, these 2 aren't looking too great. So yeah, I'll give all these a little while longer. I probably won't be digging up any more huckleberries and bringing them out here into the yard this year. So I'll probably just leave these, give them a good chance to grow, and if they don't, then I'll worry about it next year. we got a lot of other stuff going on. So yeah, that will be a thing I could keep an eye on. So whether you want to call it a victory garden, a survival garden, a crisis garden, whatever you want to call it, please do it. Grow food wherever you can. Whether it be containers like I do, raised beds like I do, in ground like I do on small basis. Those two areas there are both in ground. Or however you choose to do it, aquaponics, hydroponics, grow lights inside, greenhouse, whatever it may be. Grow your own food somehow, even if it's on a small scale. At least then you're getting the experience and you are producing some food that may help a little tiny bit in your chances of survival. Now, if you're gardening on a very small scale, you probably want to look at learning how to forage out in here. You may want to also think about hunting, fishing, trapping, snaring, those kind of things. And you'll want to have a very robust food storage. Because without the ability to create your own calories and to overproduce, to add to your food storage, it's just not optimal. You won't be in an optimal situation. So if you really want the ultimate survival tool, you need to grow your own food, raise your own animals. Pretty simple concept. I hope you guys are prepping a little every day and prepping out of peace of mind, not out of fear. Hope you're staying positive and getting out and doing the things. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day and blessings to you and yours.